Welcome to Maryborough, a small country town located in the heart of the Fraser Coast, North Queensland. There is so much history here. There's buildings 100 years old. There's people, I'm sure, that are 100 years old. But it's famous for two reasons. Firstly, we used to receive immigrants from all around the world here. Secondly, Mary Poppins was written right here in Fraser Coast. The author was born here, which is fantastic. But we're here, thanks to Asander, to meet the longest serving Ford franchise in Australia. So come on, let's go check him out. Now, Russell, you head up the dealership here. Now, you've had it for a relatively short time, but there's a bit of a history there, I'm told, as well.
It's actually a real historical story, really. Like 1898 was when the dealership was first built. It was the longest serving, surviving Ford dealership in Australia. We've now been selling and servicing for 114 years.
Wow. So when you bought into the dealership, I mean, how did you find the transition of taking over a dealership and adding your values and your qualities to it?
We came here in about 12 years ago now, and we evolved into taking on the Ford franchise, obviously, and then with Hyundai. And we've got other great brands like Volkswagen and Suzuki as well. At the same time, my family decided we would all invest in the business by physically being here. So now as my wife and my two sons both work in the business now.
Now, going back to the town, there's a lot of history in the town, but there's a great feeling of camaraderie. There's a great feeling of town. Yeah,
well, Maryborough is built on a lot of family and stable history, being one of the first ports ever in Queensland and receiving people and goods. So it's Customs House, and I think that history has evolved, and Maryborough has continued to be the same way all that time. It helps with the market day and people who don't know the area, tourist destination. I think that's great. With the Mary Poppins history, also brings the people into town.
Well, actually, didn't believe that Mary Poppins author started here.
Yeah.
I've seen the statue, so, well, if you've got a statue, it happened.
Yes, that's true, it's true, and it's quite a good-sized statue.
Now, you've got other dealerships out of here as well.
Yeah, well, see, our business is the Fraser Coast. With the Fraser Coast, that's Maryborough and Hervey Bay, and we look after both those cities. And we've got Volkswagen and Suzuki predominantly in Hervey Bay, and here we've got Ford and Hyundai.
Now, Russell, you mentioned you had your family working here,
Yep.
2 sons and a wife.
Yes.
I would like to go deeper into the company and meet one of them. You choose.
I think you should meet Jeremy. He's the one that's going to pick up the baton for the next part of the business, the next generation. I think that's probably the way to go.
So you're going to handball me to Jeremy. Let's go.
Okay. Jeremy, nice to meet Aaron.
Aaron, Pitt ZoomTV, how are you,
Nice to meet
mate?
you, Aaron.
Now, I want to ask you some questions if you've got some time.
Sure.
Someone's got to run the business. I've got to go. See you later.
Perfect timing.
Thank
Now, Jeremy, how did you get involved in the company?
Pretty much the first school holidays. There's your show me son, come to work. So that's what I remember, and it sort of has, carried on from there.
It's very, very welcoming, this town, isn't it?
Oh, very much so. It's a regional town with a big heart. It's got a lot of history, as you've seen already this morning, Aaron. We pride ourselves here in Maryborough, and so much so we're investing a couple of $1 million in Hervey Bay to give back to the community.
Now, I want to know what you've got back in the town. So you obviously have Hyundai, you have
Yes.
Ford.
Yep. Suzuki as well, and a new addition, Volkswagen. And basically we're looking to develop that brand as it's a new brand, and hence the new facilities. We can't contain what we've got now, we're growing too quick.
Your service department looks great, but I'm guessing that's going to grow as well.
Oh, definitely. We've made provisions for the long term, a 10-year plan to work out where our workshop's going to be, where our customers are going to be. And we're going to make sure we look after our customers with the servicing, because a lot of people think they know what they can do with the servicing, and we try to help them recognise the technology in these cars these days. And we don't just look after the servicing of the car. We've got a whole after sales department which is based on vehicle care. So we look after the product with rust prevention and window tint, and basically look after the customer, the vehicle and the longevity of their asset.
Jeremy, thank you very much for getting us all the way here to the Fraser Coast. I love the history that's here. I've got to go catch up with Mary Poppins. But before I do, you did mention you're opening up a new yard next year. You just mentioned it.
New state-of-the-art dealership.
Be good to
in
see.
Hervey Bay, middle next year. You guys should really come back.
I think we will. It's a deal. Thank you very much. To join the Fraser Coast Motors family, go to fcmc.com.au or follow the links from ZoomTV.